There are over 10,000 scriptures in the Bible that are prophetic in nature. In fact, 10,385. Every single one of them, directly or indirectly, has to do with one, Israel being a nation; two, the people being in their land; three, Jerusalem being their capital; and four, the Temple Mount being built on Mount Moriah. Every one of these are epicenters of prophecy. They've become very, very important to our lives today. Thus, under attack in our world today, primarily Israel, the people of the land, the city Jerusalem, and the Temple Mount. The four things that Almighty God has put in the middle of what He's doing prophetically in our world, all the forces of the enemy have leveled against them. But thanks be to God, you know what has happened. Number one, the people have been sent back to their land, the Aliyah. Number two, the state has been rebirthed. Number three, Jerusalem has now been a united capital since 1967. And Mount Moriah is there, ready for the rebuilding of a temple in God's time. The four things that God has made His purposeful epicenters have been under attack. But in the midst of it, God has kept the nation and God has preserved the nation. Israel, the center of the world; Jerusalem, the center of Israel; and the Temple Mount, the center of Jerusalem. In this book, there are certain divine determinations that God has said about Israel. Listen to Ezekiel chapter 34:35. I will raise up, I will multiply, I will cause men, I will take them, I will bring them, I will gather them, I will sanctify them. 56 times in Ezekiel 36. Almighty God is saying, in relation to Israel and His prophetic truth, it is the divine determination of God to defend and to raise and to touch and to surround. Today, you have seen an enormous prophetic impact in the land of Israel. And I am here to let you know today that Almighty God has said, Genesis 12:3, we are to bless them. Isaiah 41, we are to comfort them. Psalm 122:5 and 6, we are to pray for them. Romans 11:19, we are to provoke them to jealousy. Almighty God has said in Romans 11:17, we are grafted into them. There's a connection between Israel and the church. We are not in competition, we are in completion. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen the greatest geopolitical miracle of the climax of the ages, the people coming into their land, their capital being released and being recognized, and now the aspirations to build a temple. Do you know, since Israel became a nation, over 65 prophecies have begun to come to pass. I am so happy today to let you know that Almighty God has a plan for Israel. He has a plan for the church. He has a plan for Jerusalem. He has a plan for your life. They are under covenant. So are you. In these moments, I want to let you know that Almighty God is staging a drama that the world has never seen. Elevating, blessing, raising, supporting the land of Israel. Consider these scriptures. Galatians chapter 3, verse 14 and verse 29. Galatians chapter 4, verse 28 says this: if you be Christ, then are you Abraham's seed, and heirs according to the blessing, that the blessings of Abraham might come with the Gentiles. As Isaac was, so are we. May the blessings of Abraham, may the connection with the Abrahamic covenant be upon your lives and your families and your ministries and your churches. These are awesome prophetic days where fulfillment is taking place in 24-hour periods. We get to witness it, marking the climax of this last generation. If God has the power to raise a nation and keep a nation and protect a nation, then God has the power to intervene in our land, in our lives, in our homes, wherever we are. What a wonderful day to be alive. Blessings to you.